Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Hello.
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 Hello,
Oops. Just thought I'd
Hello
start with-
Paulithan. How are you?
I'm very good, Jonathan. How are you? You're John Lemon.
Oh,
That's
John
good.
Lemon.
John Lemon.
Lemon. John
My
Lemon.
name's John Lemon. Oh, I might be doing the South Bank show. I'm not entirely sure.
That was the same year I had Spooky Dokies on my back.
I do all my themes.
Anyway, so it's been 2 weeks.
Mm.
2 weeks.
2
How are-
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. Good. You haven't been rolling around in a fit of depression like me.
No. Well, yeah, I have actually.
Oh, you have? Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad we've both been miserable.
Yeah, very, very miserable. I think it's just the month as well. I think it's just the fact that it's all just shitty weather now, and we're past the 6 month of just the ongoing. It's just too much now.
It is. And you're in tier 2, aren't you?
I'm in tier 2.
I'm in
Feel
tier 1.
proud of it, sir.
I'm in tier 1, sir. I've got a way to go.
Oh, tier 1.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's just like fucking on the streets.
Fucking on the. Well, yeah, I could. I could potentially go out and have a bubble.
You could have a bubble fuck.
Right, bubble and strike. No.
Squeak.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. You see, being in tier 1, that must be lovely for you. Do you just run around in gay abandon?
No, I haven't done anything.
You just
I probably
skulk around
should.
going, wish it was tier 2.
I wish I was in tier 2 so I had something to do, like a jigsaw or
Tell
something.
you what, Father, I really fucking wish you were in tier 2.
They should do a Steptones episode where one side of the house is tier 3 and the other side of the house is tier 1.
It's a genuinely good idea.
I want
think
to watch the telly.
think
Don't
they
touch
find
it, we'll
someone.
die.
I'm gonna go out and have done the dog and whistle. You cannot go out, Father, because you are in tier 3.
And he's got loads of ladies round with his cravat on.
No. The point is, he hasn't got any ladies around. They all happen to be around his dad's end.
Yeah.
So the dad is like,
It's all right. I'll just sit there with these lovely bits of crumpet.
and he's like,
Oh, go! I'll have to have a wank at the letterbox. Go!
He could look through the little hole in the partition wall he's built. Dad, there's no crumpet I can have, is there?
Dad, I got some splinters from the glory hole. Would you mind shaving the circumference? Yeah.
That's
So,
genuinely
yeah,
a good episode. So
that is a genuinely good episode. Hello everyone. How are we all, listeners, viewers, and people? Are we all good?
well, someone says, I love Paul's beard.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I literally just couldn't be asked to shave.
Disgusting. Uh,
Disgusting.
Diane says, I'm in tier 2. It's made no difference whatsoever because she's high as a friggin' kite all the time. That's why. That's why.
On the old joysticks.
I'm the old wacky Becky,
The old wacky of the backy.
which you get in the BBC canteen. Hello to Cleo Rokos. Is she watching?
I'd love it if Cleo Rokos was watching. That's amazing.
Someone tell me in the comments, doesn't Cleo make some sort of, is it like a tequila or something?
Oh, really? She expanded into the alt alcohol market.
I believe she has. I believe that she's. No, I'm not going to say that. I
All right.
believe she's making a very fine alcoholic drink.
Okay. Sex on the beach.
But,
In the car park,
hmm.
etc. Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Is anyone here who is listening and watching us in the top tier?
Yeah, I believe there is a couple.
Oh,
Yeah. Someone did say hello from tier 3. If you fill for a moment, if you fill as Sil, I
okay.
will find someone who did say they're in tier
Someone's
3.
in tier 3.
Mr.
they're on-
Sandwich is from tier 3.
Wow. So where? I'd like to know where in tier 3.
Mr. Sandwich, if you could write in or even email and let us know where you are, that'd be great. The address is BBC TV Centre, Pebble Mill, Wood Lane, Derbyshire. Yeah, so there we go. I knew someone had seen.
W18QT.
All the best.
All the best. Martin Johns.
Is that you being a ventriloquist?
Yeah, it is. It is.
What if you're a ventriloquist and you've got COVID, but your dummy hasn't?
Basically, you've just done a Tales of the Unexpected there.
I bloody have. I wish I'd have written that down.
That's really
Cleo
good.
makes a tequila called Aqua Riva.
Aquariva. Oh, wow.
And-
That sounds
And
great.
now these.
And now, those.
She makes them directly from the broadcast under manager's office.
Here's another thing, because we were talking just before we went on air about
Oh,
things.
we were. Oh, we were.
Why isn't all of Kenny Everett available on DVD?
It's probably something to do with rights.
Is it a right thing?
Must be, because you can get the video show, a radio show, whatever it's called.
Yeah, and best ofs and bits and bobs. But I
I think the BBC, dear BBC, I think they are shit when it comes to long form programming. Like they don't want to, especially sketch shows. There must be all sorts of right stuff because you can only get a tiny best of not the 9 o'clock news.
yes, yeah.
And
It-
Kenny Everett,
Yeah, it's the same when you tried to get the Larry Sanders show, but I know
Yeah.
that was genuinely because of rights issues.
you can
Because
get
of
it all
the
now,
bands-
though.
Yeah, you can now.
Hmm.
But all the bands that were on there and all that, it just became this huge minefield.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, I'm like, I don't give a shit.
No, what good news. Look, Aaron Obey says the ITV is now on DVD. That's very exciting.
Oh,
The
that's
whole
great.
of ITV.
It's
now
now
on
on
DVD.
DVD. Now on Laserdisc
Wow.
for your comfort and enjoyment.
If Keith Harris caught COVID, would Cuddles and Orville have to self-isolate? Why, yes, they would.
Well, Cuddles is the first to have the symptoms, isn't he? With his, so he's obviously displaying it straight away. So you self-isolate that fucker.
I
Right.
wish I could go to the pub with my friends, but I can't.
You're right, you can. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
I hate that pub. Shut up.
I hate that pub.
BBC shafted the goodies. They did. They did.
They did, but that's all out now. That's all out now.
Yeah, you can get it all from Network. Network, if you want to send me a box
I've
set.
got it on DVD, but I got it for free. Ah,
Yes, but you can send me some of the DVD for
Like, it's
free.
the whole thing. If I'm going to be genuinely honest,
Yeah.
it's not an easy watch. All of the goodies. There's a lot of fat. We all remember the bits that are brilliant because they're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of 10 minutes in the studio to and froing that you go, just cut to the outside bits where they were really inventive. Oh, they've done that. And there's a lot of it.
Yeah, BritBox is very lacking in terms of they've got
Yeah, where's all the Alexi Sales stuff? You're absolutely right, Tim.
they've just put on Blake 7 though for fans of Blake 7.
Yeah, I'll definitely mainline that very soon. That
Maybe
would
we
be
should
great.
do a podcast about it.
Oh, no.
God, I can't do another
No, I
podcast.
can't abide podcasts about science fiction.
No, they're awful.
They're the worst.
Absolutely.
Oh, we need to say
Absolutely.
big thank you, John. When you say a big thank you,
Yes. Jonathan Mock, where are you? Is
Jonathan
he here
Mock is-
tonight?
Squire. I hope he's here.
He is. Look, there's Jonathan Mock.
Hey.
Jonathan Mock, thank you. Jonathan Mock was very kind and sent and communicated with Paul and I, asking us if we liked coffee, which I thought was some sort of code.
I immediately, this is like an excerpt from That's Life. Well, I responded to Jonathan Mark and said, yes, I do like coffee. Doc,
And I also responded to Jonathan and said, no, I don't like coffee. I like tea.
not just tea, though, John. What sort of tea do you really prefer?
Well, I like decaf tea. And Jonathan said, hey, that's no problem.
Well, cut to 2 weeks later, and our orders still hadn't arrived. No, they did. It was fine.
That's fine. Anyway, in the post,
Yeah,
we got-
goodies galore.
we got biscuits.
2 different individual types of biscuit. I had coffee and stem ginger. John had.
I had chocolate chip cookie and oat and honey.
Did you get 2 sachets of hot chocolate?
Oh, I sure did.
So did I. I very much enjoyed them poured into the bath.
Oh, I haven't had them yet. I'm thinking later on I might put them on a painting.
I basically poured them into the bath, crunched up all the biscuits, put it in the bath, and laid in the bath going, come and judge me!
If you'd have waited till they had gone cold, you'd have turned to a lovely dessert.
I would have, wouldn't I? A lovely
Yeah.
cold plunge.
You'd have turned into a lovely ice cream.
Lovely. Did you get a little individual file, PH,
Yeah,
of Christmas chutney?
I certainly did.
Oh, did I? Homemade, I believe, by Jonathan. I'm keeping that.
Oh,
I'm keeping that for Crimbo. I
Although-
made my own chutney as well, so I'm going to do a taste test.
although mine was a very weird off-white color.
Right. That's probably just the top to seal in the goodness.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so.
All right.
Very salty, but it's very nice.
And I got 2 wonderful roasted coffee beans sachets, hefty fuckers. And I can't wait to use them in my coffee machine. I haven't used them yet, Jonathan, because I'm still working through the beans in my machine. But once they're done, yours is being emptied in forthwith.
Well, Jonathan, I'm happy to report I've had 3 of your excellent tea bags, and they were wonderful. So
Yeah.
thank you, Jonathan. If anyone else wants to send us free
Ballerina
stuff,
class, John.
pardon?
Did you take your teas with you in the ballerina class?
Yes,
Yes, I did.
yeah, I did.
Right. Well, any other comments before we move on to a segment?
Yeah, we've got some comments here. Yeah, so please do send us things if you want to. We'll gladly nice things. Like Jonathan did it right. He sent us like a mini hamper of nice stuff.
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you, mate.
How do we send things to you? Usual Pebble Mill address. You can communicate with us directly, and we'll give you our addresses. But please don't send us bags of glitter or shit or severed heads. I want a lovely little box full of goodies. That's what I want.
That's what John wants.
Yeah.
I'd like
Is that too much to
cold,
ask?
hard cash, please.
No, you don't.
All right, no, I don't.
Love the latest episode of Wheezing Podcast. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Hashtag Terrapins Beret. Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Even if you don't like Doctor Who, have a listen. It's funny. Myself and my boyfriend would love it if Paul's gay wrist action could be a separate YouTube tutorial. P.S. We are gay.
Oh, that's listen. I'm yeah, sure. No, it's been done. Woohoo! I'm actually summoning. We were talking about it earlier. I was summoning the spirit of Jiminy Glick,
Martin Short.
which is Martin Short, who plays a character who does that occasionally. But anyone talks about any films or anything that they do that isn't remotely Butch or anything to do with Robert Mitchum. So he'll just say things like, so you were in that film? Yeah. Woohoo! It always makes me laugh. Because also it's so utterly inappropriate and you should never do it.
Claire said that you don't want me to send the gift box we have at the hotel. No,
No.
because it would probably be very hard to pry open with dried effluents all over it.
all those rubber johnnies they take back into the kitchen and run the taps through them and then wrap them back up.
Like Geronimo.
Yeah. Oh, gold.
You know what, Paul?
Yes, sir.
We've got a packed show this evening.
We do.
And I've just remembered something.
You've reminded to remember yourself something.
I've reminded to remember something. That today is a day. And every day, as we know, has a date. And then sometimes things happen on those days. So What happened on this day? What happened on this day?
Ah. Well,
Well,
what happened, Jonathan, on this day, the 23rd of October, the year of our Lord, from all the way back there to all the way back
there.
now?
Who's going first?
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Okay.
Well, John, did you know that on this day in 1980, the chocolate confectioner Ferrero were forced to recall all of their chocolate Kinder Egg range from the shelves? They had to be removed because the plastic toys, which at the time were a promotional tie-in for David Lynch's The Elephant Man, with parents complaining that their children felt ill or were sick.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I remember collecting them as a kid. I had about 4 Michael Elphics, but I never had a John Hurt.
I had the Pauline Quirk.
Did you?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard to put together.
Yeah.
Hard to put together, birds of a feather. Right. On this day in 1956, the Disney film Fucking Hell, Not That Cunt is released and then globally banned immediately, prompting Walt Disney himself to apologize to the world via a hastily arranged press conference at his home.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. I don't remember it, but my father's chiropodist suffers from Parkinson's, but that's nothing to do with it. He also remembers. Now, on this day in 1974, the Joy of Sex, the musical. Yes, it closes after a controversial 2-week run. Critics at the time savaged the obscene performances, claiming that Gary Wilmot's main part was quite a mouthful.
Well, Paul, on today's date in 1645, the War of the Robots concluded in Swansea when Charles I roundhouse kicked the head robot ninja into a threshing machine, causing the other robots to power off.
I remember doing that at school.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dangerous.
dangerous. Well, on this day in 1981, TV viewers were rather baffled to finally discover the identity of the person who shot JR in the American TV series Dallas. Speculation and media interest was very hotly contested at the time, but nobody was really quite prepared to discover just who had actually shot JR.
That's right.
None other than Sir Clive Sinclair.
Your sound's gone.
Can you not hear me? Oh, you shit. Is it really gone?
It's back now.
Oh.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there was a small technical difficulty there. Quite like the series Dallas, Paul was about to reveal it when we had to wait a small time to find out who it was.
Oh, really? So you didn't get the punchline?
No.
Oh, it was...
You said it was none other than, and then it went quiet.
Oh, wow, really? Well,
Yeah.
it's ruined now. It was
Oh.
Sir Clive Sinclair, but that's...
Oh.
Forget it!
Sorry. Well,
Your-
on today's day in 1814, the very first plastic surgery was performed. A man had a dog grafted to his face, and they both later died in a horrendous balloon accident.
Right. Good Lord.
Mm.
Well, on this day in 1953, the UK's first lollipop lady was placed outside a UK school, replacing, of course, the rather scary licorice clown that had previously been used since 1937.
I like the idea of a licorice clown. I like that a lot. That could have been in Doctor Who. On this day in 1958,
Oh, yes.
Soviet novelist Vladimir Konkiers wins the Nobel Prize. Nobel No, start again. He wins the Nobel Prize for wanking on the roof of a train.
A hotly contested prize, that.
Trump's in for it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Fast forward to 2014, and we're back with Russia, John. Because on this day in 2014, the Russian Winter Olympics mascot, Sochi, the polar bear, is revealed after a rather drastic rebrand when the Olympic Committee claimed that Ivan the Hard-On was just sending the wrong message.
Or the right message, depending on your point of view. Well,
Hold on.
Paul, the last one from me. On this day in 1936, gangster Jimmy the Murderer Morello was found dead in the boot of his car in New York. Police later said it was genuinely an accident and he'd fallen in after eating too many potatoes.
Yeah.
You say potatoes. I say I murdered Jimmy McMurder.
Yeah.
Let's call the whole thing Morse.
Well, that was what happened on this day.
What?
What happened on this day? What happened on this day?
And apparently, looking back in the comments, your sound was fine. So it must have been at my
really?
end.
What's been your end? Oh, no.
I know, and I ruined your joke. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't ruin a joke because it wasn't a joke to begin with. But bless you for caring, Petty Loved of Pet.
Oh, I do. You know, I care.
Oh, we care, don't we? You've got to care, haven't you, these days?
got
You've
to
got to care.
Mm.
Oh.
That's what the Care Bears were all about, was caring and hard drugs.
I went through a bit of a dilemma today because I had some unruly youths, and they were on the roof of the property next to me, which adjoins my property. And my property has a tiny roof garden, which is rather resplendent, I have to say, with many shrubs and flowers from the wild stage. Anyway, they were just there and they were all drinking and they were spitting and they were being cunts, really.
Paul, was there any fucking...
No, there's no fucking going on. But there was cussing. There was cussing. And general ne'er-do-welling. And normally I'm like, well, do you know what? They're not doing anything. Leave them alone. But then one of them threw a Coke can into my garden. And I was like, oh. And suddenly I became incandescent like a 60-year-old brick.
Did you turn into Lou Ferrigno?
I did Lou Ferrigno. But then I was like, do I go outside and confront them, knowing that they could quite easily kill me anyway? Or they'll just go, all right, granddad, fuck off. Or they'll just go, sorry, and then they will burn my flat down or like put knives up my arsehole. I just didn't know what to do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you know what Paul should have done, please do write in.
I'll tell you what I did do. I came outside and I went, and literally my opening gambit to 3 17-year-olds was, all right, lads. Like literally some pre-war.
You didn't even go with guys or...
Guys, yeah.
Hey mate.
Hey, daddy-os. I went, all right, lads, I don't mind you being where you are, but don't throw things in my garden, would you? Cheers. And then
what did they say?
Like, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. Because I really wanted to go stand out there like Judge Dredd and go, you've broken the law. I am the law. And then break their spines.
Yeah.
But then I realized that's not going to happen. And also they just get shirty and then they'll put bricks through my window.
You've reminded me of something.
Go on.
You know your wonderful idea, which I can only think about now whenever I hear the word. You know, it's the Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to put Judge Dredd in the Louvre.
Yes.
You know where this is going.
Finish this.
So when people come in and say, oh, it's nice in here, he appears in hologram form and says, I am the Louvre. And pretends to shoot them. What do you think?
Mate, I'm green lighting that.
Because if we're going to have it's the Tate, then
we need to have the Louvre. Yeah, we need to think of something for the Guggenheim, but I don't know what that is yet. But
no.
Yeah.
Could have the Inspector Gadget theme.
Go, go, Gadget Guggenheim.
Welcome
And
to
then
the Guggenheim.
entire museum comes out of his eye.
Woo-hoo.
So that's Inspector Gadget second guessing itself.
Yeah.
In the opening credits.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
All
Well, no, I'm not going to say no to that.
I know that about you. Yep.
Aye. Well, any comments before we move on? Because I'd imagine there's a certain Mr. T of Wogan who probably wants to come down soon and say hello.
Someone said you should have set Sill on them.
I can't believe Sill's got his own spin-off. Is that supposed to be like a genuinely heartwarming adventure from the most odious creature ever to be put onto Doctor Who?
I think so.
Or is he
Yeah.
still an unremitting chrysalis full of shit?
I think so. Your picture has gone at 90s broadband, unless it's just me. Is it just me that's seeing Paul as 90s broadband, everyone?
Oh, really? I think you're having tech problems your end.
Do you think?
Maybe. Unless others say so. Because my sound is fallen out your end.
Yeah, your sound's fine at the moment. It's just you've got
And
all
now my
pixelated
picture's
and
gone
slow.
weird. Oh, really?
Is
Oh,
it?
that's
Yeah,
weird.
someone's saying Paul has gone fuzzy.
Oh, I have gone fuzzy, have I?
Oh.
Well, I'm on full internet Wi-Fi. Hang on, I always think if I turn my phone Wi-Fi off, that'll help. I mean, it doesn't, but I'll do that. All right, Wi-Fi's off.
Let's see if that helps. But
I
no,
can only apologize.
yeah, I'm sure it'll
Well,
sort itself out.
Can I go away and come back in?
Maybe try that.
Right, I'll do that really quickly. I'll be back in
Yeah.
2 shakes.
Oh, it's gone. Hi, everybody. It's always this part of the show where I like to say hello. And thank you for tuning in once again. And I'd like to tell you a story. There were once 2 children who really wanted the attention of their father. Now, their father was a fair man and a just man. And oh no, he's back. That's
Hello.
better.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Oh, maybe we're both having gremlins in the old BBC, both ends.
Maybe there's another BBC strike.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, well,
Right.
there you go.
So I tell you what, should we have a bit of
And appearing tonight on Peter Jones, Faith Brown, Bobby Nutt, Judy Cornwall, Windsor Davies, June Whitfield, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Was that a new one, John?
yeah.
That was amazing. Hang on, sorry. Avast thee, mine hearties. 'Tis old tale, back down from whence he came, or whence he went, one should say. Back up, of course, on the old cloud, open brackets, 9 close brackets. And we're here to play a lovely old game of the BB blankety blank super match game. Now, old Tell can't tarry for too long. Oh, no. He's off back upstairs, if you know what I mean. And I'm meeting with one of me old muckers, old fellow disc jockey himself, Alan Fluff Freeman. Oh, yes. And we're going to sort out his rather ever-growing vinyl collection. Oh, you should have seen the face of old Mrs. W. when she saw me on all fours, casually thumbing away through Alan's 7 inches. Now, we're going to have a quick game of the old blankety blank. John, it's really hard to come up with new ones every time.
I think you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're going to play the old super match game, and it's up to you, the old contestants, to play. So, the first person to type in Wogan's Wincing Wigwam is our first contestant. And whilst that's happening, we'll have a little bit of the old thinking music. Fum, fum, fum,
Also,
fum,
Terry,
fum.
also,
What's that?
I
What's
think
that, John?
it's our duty to bring in Tim Coleman at this point to tell everyone who Bobby Nutt was. 'Cause a lot of the questions were who the fuck's Bobby Nutt? He was in Amadale, apparently. Robert Wasp, professionally known as Bobby Nutt.
Well done, Tim. A veritable encyclopedia.
Yeah.
You know what? I reckon if we slit old Tim Coleman from arse to sternum, the old Dewey Decimal System would come pouring out.
You know what? I'm sorry about this, Katie and Mr. Rocks. You're always first, and you're first again this week. So I'm going to pick somebody else,
Oh,
and I'm going to close my
Mark.
eyes, and I'm going to pick somebody now.
It's Michael Clark with his James Bond avatar. Sorry, I'll try that again. With his Green Hill avatar. You're the first one to join in. And I tell you what, it's lovely. Listen, don't worry, Kate and Fantastic Mr. O. You'll get your chance again. We're going to be doing this for the next 5 fucking years. Sorry, do it in character. For the next feckin' 5 fucking years. Oh, I got it wrong. Never mind. Here we go, Michael. Let's reveal the legend. Thank you, Eugene. The legend is blank house. Blank house. Now have a little think there, because I'm going to go over to one of the old star turns who's going to help me. And I'm joined today by the old actor himself, John Thor. Jonathan Thor, how the devil are you, sir?
Shut up.
That's our John.
I'm all right, Terry. No, that's rubbish. I'm all right, Terry, but I haven't had my dinner, and you're nicked.
Oh, dear. And what were you planning on having for dinner, John?
I was going to have a murder, Lewis.
Murder for 2, served on a bed of Her Majesty's pleasure. Lovely. Well, it's the banter that I love with you, John. Now, listen. It's super match, John. Let's try and get our contestant to win the top prize, which, of course, is to tune out early. Now, it's blank house. What say you, John?
Well, I'm going to go. Terry, as you know, I started off as a serious actor
You did.
before I became Regan and Morse.
That's right.
And
Ronald Reagan himself.
And before I was an actor, I used to like reading books. And one of my favorite books was by Charles Dickens called Bleak House.
Bleak House. That's wonderful. That's a great answer. One for the old literature buffins there. Well,
Shut up.
Oh, lovely, John. Old Tell's going to go with Full House, like when you're playing bingo. Now, Michael, Christ, you could go with Bleak, which, quite frankly, is what we're all feeling at the moment, or you could go with My Full, but you've chosen one of your own, and you're going to stick with that. You're gone for Kinky House, the old Kinky House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you never know what's going on next door, number 32. It's a kinky house. Well, do you know what? Let's find out. For 50 blanks, let's reveal it. Could it be kinky? No, it is, of course, knitted house. Knitted house. You know, when Granny says, I've got a lovely Christmas present for you this year, I've knitted you a house. Yeah. Fortunately, it's the house of Dr. Crippen. Let's go for 100 blanks.
Dr. Nitten.
Thanks, John. Oh my God. I think we were so close. Do you know what? Eugene, Mr. John Thor, Eugene was thinking along the same levels as you. You said Bleak House, didn't you?
I did.
He misspelt it. Beak House.
Oh,
what a shame. So close there. So close there. I think he meant Bleak House. I'll just check with Eugene on the old. Yeah, you know, Charles Dickens' Bleak House. Well, what the fuck did you mean? Oh no, it's apparently Beak House. Never mind. We got the top answer now. Come on, everyone, just keep chanting kinky, kinky, kinky. Is it going to be kinky? For 150 blanks, it is, of course. And you're so close. You're so damn close, Michael. It's not kinky. It's Randy. Randy House.
Wow, I think we have to give Michael half a point.
Well, I'm going to check those with the old producers upstairs. Will you accept Randy? No, kinky. No, you said kinky. He said Randy. No, apparently not. They're not going to have it. They're harsh taskmasters here at old Auntie Beeb. And you know what? I feel very sorry for you because that's the closest we've ever bloody got. Not only that, but John Thor's answer was also bloody close to what we got.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we are getting somewhere now. It's only taking, 4 to 5 months for someone to almost win at this.
Well,
But
Terry,
it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be.
I'd like to say that I was using Morse code there.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to throw that one out.
And also, I'd like to get home and see my wife,
Right.
if you don't mind.
Keep it
I'd
clean.
like to. I'd like to visit. I'd like to visit her as a ghost.
Keep it clean, if you could.
Because there's one thing I really like to do before I go to sleep is get a bit of Hancock.
Lovely. Well, that's it from the first bar super match games. So Hotel must be off now. It only is left for me to say, Avanti!
And appearing tonight on Peter Jones, Faith Brown, Bobby Nutt, Judy Cornwall, Windsor Davies, June Whitfield, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
You're going to have to warn me next time, John, if you've got a brand new blankety blank intro, because that I was enthralled.
I think it's great, isn't it? And you tell you what, I'll tell you what. Fact fans,
Go on.
there's another new one coming later.
Get off yourself, really. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I really want to see Windsor Davis again. What a pro.
I
Just
had to
going-
use Windsor Davis.
Just like that. Oh, lovely.
Well, lovely. I'm here.
Come on, you lovely boys. Heinz
Oh.
carry beans. Beans for the connoisseur. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, I think we've all got together this evening, and in the comments particularly, we've all got together with how great the name Bobby Nutt is. More like Bobby Cunt.
So I'm presuming Bobby Nutt is like, hello, I'm Bobby Nutt. You know, like pecan, that sort of thing.
I'm in Emmerdale and I like chickens. Bobby Nutt is the new Whiston, yeah.
He could well be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Bobby Nutt, and I tell you what, I'm a nutcase. Woohoo!
Who keeps peering from behind the curtains? I hope no one. I hope no one is the answer to that.
That would be the most. Who died today? Someone appearing from behind your curtains.
Oh,
Oh, you bugger. Hang on, won't our next one be like almost a Halloween special? Ooh.
yeah, it would. It's the day before Halloween. So I think next week we'll do our best to make sure we put the willies up you.
Oh, yeah. We'll grab you by the ghoulies and fuck you up.
We'll all be in high spirits.
Yes. And let's hope we all don't get murdered.
Well, I know this is kind of a whistle stop thing going on, but I think it might be time for the feature. Just because we're at 20 to 10 already.
We're galloping through, John.
I know, but it's 20 to 10.
All right. No, I'm with you all the
And
way.
we've got 3 features to come.
Holy hell!
4. So is my curtain moving?
John's genuinely worried now.
Is the window open? No.
Oh, imagine if you just pull back the curtain and there was Lorraine Chase.
Or a poltergeist.
A poltermongoose.
It's pipes, Mum.
Oh no, there's a gust lust about this host.
Well, you know what? We're talking of spooky things are going on.
You mean unexpected things?
You could say that, yeah. I really should make that longer.
You should.
I've said that before.
It's time for Talo of the Unexpected.
Oh, yes, it is. Who's
John?
going first?
You can go first this time, John.
All right. Well,
Superstar.
my first tale.
Hang on, I have to get rid. Hang on. Right, go.
My first tale is called "Ice to See You." I just need to wet my whistle before I do this one.
I believe that was a line from Arnold Schwarzenegger in Batman and Robin.
He was, yeah. I'm alluding to that, yeah. Huckleberry Hoover was a busy man. Not only was his vast global ice cream empire taking up most of his time. But now so is his blossoming private life, with his wife Donatello expecting a baby at any moment. Ring, 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 ring. The baby's due, his wife said as she called him at work. Wasting no time, he packed away his papers. He ran out of the office and raced home, accidentally killing a gypsy with an umbrella who cursed him with her dying breath, etc. As Huckleberry stumbled into the hospital room, the blood drained from his face. Donatello wasn't having one baby at all. She was having hundreds and thousands. I mean,
Chilling.
chilling.
Okay. Well, my first story is called The Reeking Clock. Derek Caligula. Oh, Christ. Derek Caligula visits the Greenwich Observatory and suddenly develops irritable bowel syndrome while standing with both legs on either side of the meridian dateline. As a consequence, he now takes a shit 4 hours earlier than he ever needs to. And at the third stroke, he suffers diarrhea every 20 minutes. Go on! Indeed.
Oh, horrible. My next story is called Pet Shop of Horrors. Peter von Gremlins ran the most popular pet shop in West London and was busy every day, ensuring that all his animals were fed and happy. In fact, so good with animals was he that the neighbourhood children gave him the nickname of Dr. Doolittle.
Mm.
But one day that nickname would change forever. As an armed gang arrived at his shop, stole the till, punched his favourite owl, and bent him over and fed all of the pets right up his arsehole. After that, the kids would point at him and sing, Dr. Poolittle, he sits on the animals.
You must be very proud. Oh, Christ, he sits on the animals. Well, this next missive is called Estate Regents. Millennial first-time homeowners, Jessica and Peter Sharknado, put their London flat.
Sorry.
Millennial first-time homeowners Jessica and Peter Sharknado put their London flat onto the housing market. But instead of putting up a for sale sign, the estate agents put up a for sale sign spelt S-A-I-L. And 2 months later, their flat is found 200 miles out of the North Sea, being squatted in by Greenpeace activists and a colony of nonce puffins.
I mean, what can you say to that?
Even Chris Packham draws the line at nonce puffins.
What can you say to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next story is called Archery Nemesis. Jennifer Kipling Cake was something of a genius. Not only had she pioneered,
Was she something of a genius, or was she a something of a genius?
she was something of a genius.
I thought you said she was a something of a genius.
No. Not only had she pioneered a new form of aerodynamic arrow, but she had also discovered a cure for sneezing. She was running late for a presentation at the Science Museum that day, and in her haste, she tripped over and mixed up her notes. However, the presentation went flawlessly, and afterwards, companies were queuing up to launch her cure for sneezing. However, they soon regretted their bid when complaints started coming in. I mean, the sneezing had stopped, yes, but now there are arrows firing out of their arseholes.
If you've been affected by anything said this evening,
Please do write into the estate of Roald Dahl.
well, my third gobbet is called Lego No.
Oh.
Oh. Legoland Windsor employee Terry the Laughing Cal Haggerton is... You never find out why he got that nickname.
I don't know. We'll never know, I'm guessing.
Legoland Windsor employee Terry the Laughing Cow Haggerton is fired for adding a few extra bricks onto the groin of Winston Churchill, making him look somewhat aroused in the Cabinet War Room exhibit.
Mhm.
He is fired. Terry exacts his revenge by breaking into Legoland one night, and the next day, the general public are rather outraged and disgusted to discover that the Harry Potter World exhibit has been replaced by a Lego Deep Throat Stroke Threads mashup.
Well,
There it is. Do you know what? It's scary because it's true.
that all happened. I should have said at the top, by the way, that if you're new to this week, then one day Paul and I went to Roald Dahl's house, to the museum there,
Yeah.
and we
That was
found,
closed, but luckily the shed was open.
yeah, we found these unwritten tales there. So
Yeah, these are all verbatim.
anyway, this is called Driven to Murder. Car salesman Jingo Chemicals was a very desperate man. It was nearly the end of the month, and he was told by his boss that if his sales didn't improve, he'd be fired. All he had to do was sell one more car, and he'd live to see another month. He had no sales forthcoming. So, in an act of pure desperation, he beat a Ford Focus to death with a leg of lamb, cooked the car, fed it to his boss, cooked his boss, fed into the CEO of the company, then killed him with an ice arrow and fed him to a lamb.
Oh, God. I mean, it just chills thee to the bone, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Okay, well, my fourth effort is called Plumber's Hate. Doi?
No?
Mr. and Miss Aubrey Foreskin Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
Mr. and Miss Aubrey Foreskin Breaking Bad foolishly employ a plumber without checking his references. He turns up on Friday the 13th. He immediately bleeds the radiators, strangles their stopcock, beheads their junction box before putting their boiler in front of a firing squad. What a terrible plumber.
Oh my god. Well, this is my last story for this evening. It's called In Space, No One Can Hear You Die. Space traveler Binky Dagenham landed his spaceship on an alien world and made his first step out into the unknown. I mean, yeah, the atmosphere was harsh, but the terrain was easy enough to navigate. As he made his way over a hill, he noticed an abandoned spaceship, so he decided to investigate it. Inside the ship, it was all empty and quiet, but it was clear that something awful had happened there. He climbed down a ladder covered in slime to have a look at the lower floors, and it was there that he saw something that terrified him to his very core. 13 bank robbers in a car.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, well, a similar theme again, John. A couple of our stories are sort of married up in themes.
Okay.
This last story of mine is entitled Wah 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 Wah.
Okay.
UFO conspiracy enthusiast Gabriel Shawadiwadi thinks he's finally broken into Area 51. but due to poor map reading skills, he's actually broken into Studio 54, where he spends the rest of his life having to listen to YMCA on a loop whilst being chased by 100 robotic Elton Johns that spit AIDS.
Well, as usual, Paul's going to burn his notes. Mine are being lasered to NASA, who are going to destroy it in space.
No, I'm just filing mine.
Oh. Okay. Well, as it's near the top of the hour, it's time for us to reveal the phone number. If you want to call in, it is 0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second. Please ask permission of the bill payer before you call in. And remember, don't phone in. It's just for fun.
That's right. And this week, all money that we get, 60% of that money goes towards nervous donkeys.
Nervous donkeys.
Nervous
They get so nervous, don't they?
They do get nervous, yeah. If you run at them with a scimitar, they get very nervous. So we'll have a few comments, I believe. We'll sort of decompress a bit after that.
I really want the final ever JP special in 2037 for John's curtain to slide back, and at the same time Paul's wall opens up. It turns out they're in adjoining rooms. What a twist! If only.
Yeah, if only. That we've never been to each other's gaffs, have we yet?
No.
We might be able to do that in the next 2 years.
We might be able to.
Yeah.
I was due to come to your gaff this year, wasn't I?
You were, yeah, and then you weren't allowed because of COVID.
Because of COVID, yeah. But one day, as we always say, one day we'll do a proper live evening.
We will, won't we? It'll be fun and games will be held.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. But not this day, because we're all lepers.
Any more comments? I still don't know where our gentleman from Tier 3 was coming from.
Yeah, where was Tier 3, man? Make yourself known. Derek Okora is moments from bursting into the room, pointing at John's curtains and screaming, "Mary loves Dick! Mary loves Dick!"
You must have seen the Derek, whatever he did with Yvette Fielding, Most Haunted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the episode where he genuinely summons the spirit of a dead orangutan or a gorilla?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. No, it's amazing. He was the biggest fraud in the world, yet he managed to get on telly. I mean, he was in many ways he was like Jason Manford.
Ooh.
Everyone's just going on about these fucking curtains. I mean, admittedly, earlier on, I did that for a laugh. But they're obsessed. There's nothing behind these curtains. There is a window, and that is it.
You opened the window before on air, didn't you? Just allow some fresh.
No, that was.
air
No, I haven't this week. No,
you closed it.
it was already closed. I've done nothing. I've done
Ooh.
nothing. I've done nothing.
Oh dear.
Oh.
So apart from curtain chat,
Well, I think it's probably a good time to mention that tonight's show is, of course, sponsored by wine.
wine.
If you'd like to visit www.wine.com,
Ebony and
Ivory,
they're the best wines to have in mixed company.
they
All
go
of them
together like
tannin, which
Mutual
is good for you with
masturbation.
more quantity.
Oh, we've got another tier 3. Plume Durf says, I'm in tier 3 in Teesside in the glorious northeast, which is
Nice.
in many ways, because I haven't got an advert for Shitland this week. There you have it. Curtain chat. Yeah, that's what we want. I went to a fancy dress party as Derek Okoro. I put an earring in drove there pissed and kept getting people's names wrong. There's that episode where he talks to a Michael Jackson impersonator pretending he's speaking to Michael. He's channeling Michael Jackson. That's a very good one.
Oh, hang on, that's Alex Lowe, isn't it?
No. Derek Okoro actually did it.
Oh well, Alex Lowe as what's he called?
Clinton Baptiste.
Clinton Baptiste does a very brilliant skit on that.
Maybe he was taking the piss out of it, yeah, but it's
I
very
think
funny.
I turn up on one of the series as a rather annoying policeman. But anyway, yeah. I just like the fact that it's all about your curtains now.
I don't understand the fascination with these curtains. Could you do a lovely duet of Where Do You Go To, My Lovely? I could. I mean, I
Go
could.
on. Oh, shit, he's going to do it.
Go on. You ready? Ready?
This is good because I actually need a wee.
Oh, yeah, it's actually gone. He's actually gone. That wasn't meant to happen. Fine. I mean, I did play it, though. Where do you go to, my lovely, when you're alone in your bed? There you go. That's all you're getting, though. Oh! I just have to make the guitar float again. They all float here. There's people just logging in, like a duet of one here. Good evening, all. Did I miss the vol avance? Yeah, you did. Hi, Chris. Chris Shaw, again, as I always say, he does a podcast called I Am the Egg Pod, or just Egg Pod, if you're like me or familiar with it. Wonderful. Check it out. The last episode, wonderful.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I finished it.
When you're alone in your bed.
You bought a house. No, we won't do that again. Well, it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Ooh.
We've got 3 more features to go. I might
We
drop
do.
in another feature.
Okay.
Okay, this one requires eyes, mind, and a heart that's true.
You slurred true so beautifully.
As hard as true.
I haven't had a drink for a while, so that's probably what's happening here. Anyway, why? You know what? A lot of people tell me. You have to do that when you're talking about people. A lot of people tell me that they often sing this around their house.
Lovely.
So I'm going to give you it now.
Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah. It's good to talk.
It is indeed good to talk. Thank you. We again will get our money this week from BT, and we will use it to buy Paul prophylactics.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I'll get all that off as bunting for Christmas.
I used to do stuff for Everyman, the cinema chain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And curtains open. And one of those nights, the prices were as so. There was like a massive box full of recent DVDs.
Right.
Another one was
DVD.
For the time, I mean. And then there was like a signed photo of Kenneth Branagh from Murder on the Orient Express. And the third prize was a massive fucking massive fucking box of Everyman condoms, right? And we did a quiz, and a bloke won first prize. And rather than saying it was Roland Rivon was being the MC,
Yeah.
and rather than saying this is first prize, Roland was like, "Well, whatever you want, you can have." The bloke picked the box of condoms.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was like this massive storage container just full of Johnnies. Anyway, if you've not played before, the rules are as such. I will bring you photos from a lookalike agency website.
Did the man in question consider his penis as widescreen?
Maybe.
3D?
I hope it wasn't pan and scan. Yeah, I'll show you a lookalike, and you have to guess who that lookalike is. Sounds simple. It's not. Sometimes more complicated than that. First one up for Paul, and then it's the audience, and so on and so forth. So, Paul, who's this?
Okay. That's Lou Reed.
No, it's not.
All right, it's Paul Simon.
No, it's not.
Oh. Well, then I'm out. Hang on. It's not Paul Reed or Lou Simon. Brilliant.
Mhm.
Bit of a spoonerism.
Yeah.
Then, all right, it's fucking Molly Sugden. I mean, it doesn't fucking...
It is indeed Molly Sugden. No, it's not Molly Sugden.
Molly Sugden. Oh, is it supposed to be Paul Michael Glazier from Starsky and Hutch?
No, it's not. It's not Bob Nutt, if anyone guesses Bob Nutt.
Oh, no, please don't tell me it's someone who thinks just because the harmonica means he's Bob Dylan.
It's Bob Dylan.
Yeah, please.
That's Bob Dylan, everyone. Okay, next for the ladies and gentlemen at home.
That's like a really thin little 13-year-old white boy shoving a trumpet next to his mouth and going, "That's right, I'm Dizzy Gillespie." And you go, "No, you're fucking not."
No, if someone came to me and said, "Look, I'm Bob Dylan," I go, "You're not. You're Lou Reed."
Yeah, that was my first answer.
Right, ladies and gentlemen at home, love you all. Here you are.
So obvious.
Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. Who's that? Who is it? Only one? I mean, you can phone a friend.
There is a sort of passing resemblance.
It's not a bad one, is it? Cameron Crowe, the Hollywood film director, is here this evening. Thank you, Cameron, for tuning in. Just so you know, Vanilla Sky was a massive piece of shit. It's Chris Tarrant. But not as bad as We Bought a Zoo. Chris Tarrant, of course, which I always say was the first impression you did when I met you, and it made me laugh a lot. Right, Paul.
Yes.
Who the fuck's this?
It could be any sort of mafia-based actor.
Yeah. I don't know if he's ever played Mafia.
Is this supposed to be a singer?
No.
I'm asking for clues. Well, it looks like a sort of Greek Anton Rogers.
You're
Well,
right.
it really
Anton
isn't.
Rogers, but the A is spelled like the alpha.
Yeah.
Someone's got it in the comments
Is
already.
it a really tall Danny DeVito?
You're right. It's Danny DeVito.
Me.
If he turned up to your Danny DeVito event, you'd be quite disappointed, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if someone turns up as a looking lucky to your Danny DeVito, not to your Danny DeVito event, but to whatever you're having, and you've hired a Danny DeVito, if you're doing this to him, hi, then you know it's not been money well spent.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen at home, who is this?
Oh,
Oh.
it looks like someone that Netflix will do a murder documentary about really soon.
Doesn't it? Or like someone who's on Come Die With Me.
Yeah, I have a thought of who it could be.
Okay.
But it's not my time.
No, it's not your time. Someone's got it already. Again, Hollywood director Cameron Crowe is in the comments. Obviously not put off by me saying his films are shit. Not all of them, Cameron. Some of them are pretty good, but the last few have been really bad.
Hang on, Graham, is that the actual answer? Graham Norton?
That is Graham Norton.
Fuck me, I thought it was Vince Vaughn.
Looks more like Vince Vaughn. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Paul,
Yes, sir.
this one's for you. Who the fuck's
Dick
this?
Dug. Is it our Lord Satan himself
No.
in human form?
No, no.
My God, the grin.
I can't even do that.
It's so upsetting.
Let me try. Hang on.
The eyes are hooded as well. It's hooded eyes.
Hooded man.
then-
Let's see if anyone in the comments has got it. Oh, some people have got it in the comments.
Is it supposed to be
Unbelievable.
Alvin Stardust or something?
No.
I'm going to go back to Lou Reed again. No.
No.
Oh.
Wow,
God.
a few people have got it.
The more you look at it, the more upsetting it is. Is it supposed to be No, it can't be. Oh my! No, I have no idea.
It's of course Lovejoy. It's obviously Lovejoy, of course.
It's so obviously Lovejoy.
Okay. I'm saving this because when I saw this earlier, I have to admit, I think I cried laughing for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, who's this?
Oh my God! He staged this. This person staged that. He goes, "This is the this."
Take the picture now. Take the picture now. Take the picture now. Take the picture now.
Yeah, take the picture now before everything slips and before I have a third heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh,
that
it's so
is
awful, isn't it?
stunning.
So far, nobody's got it.
Also, from behind him, it looks like the Swamp Thing is peering from behind his hand.
It is not George Peppard. It's not Irene Handel. It's
I
not
think I
Henrik.
know.
It's not Eric Sykes. Nobody in the comments has got it at all. So, Paul, who do you think it is?
Is he? Well, my first reaction was George Burns, but he can't be
No.
George Burns with that
No.
hair. So, is he trying to be? Is he trying to be? Oh, I've forgotten his fucking Jerry Lewis.
No.
Oh, okay, then I don't know.
And this is a good guess because it looks like him, but it's not him. I'll tell you who it is.
Any fucking nonce.
The answer is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, someone's got it. The answer is Robin Williams. Robin Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Robin Williams.
That is Robin Williams. And Nano.
Oh my God! Let's just all collectively
Can we take a?
let that sink in.
This is what I thought earlier.
Robin Williams.
Can we take a moment to look at what he's holding? He is holding a phone from about 1997. He's holding a mobile phone from about 1998.
2 pairs of glasses
2 pairs of glasses, a pen in his mouth,
and a pen.
and he's got the brass balls to say that he is Robin Williams.
And also, he's got one of those gold bands that can
To
tell
do away
you-
with rickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Mm. That is Robin Williams.
Oh my God, John! Can you? Sorry, just slightly out of. Can you personally send that picture to me just for my own amusement? I just want to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's a desktop saving thing. 'cause
No problem.
I'd like to revisit that.
Okay, so this is for the lady. This is for you, Paul. I think. No,
Yes, I believe it is. Yeah,
is it your turn? Okay,
I think so.
Paul, who's this?
Yes. I would imagine
Hmm.
that he is supposed to be John Travolta.
Correct.
Yeah. Although
Well, he-
weirdly, he's wearing the costume of one of the Baldwins from that film.
Good. Okay.
Yep, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments,
the
please,
usual suspects. The usual suspects. He's wearing exactly the same costume. as
Stephen.
Bald- Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, the last one is for you, and I want to say, do not be put off by the fact that this person has put on 3D glasses that he's got from the cinema. Please see past that and tell me who this is.
Well, clearly it's Neo from.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's someone from a hospice.
It's Neo.
Yes, of course, Claire. It is. Oh no, it's not Fred Dibner. Sorry, the comments jumped. It is, of course, Chris Evans, cheeky chappy Chris Evans, who is forever.
It looks more like Fred Dibner.
It's not Dean Burnett. It's Chris Evans, who, of course, famously wears 3D glasses you buy at the cinema.
Not Chris Evans. It
No,
looks
it's not
more
Chris
like
Evans.
Tom Kerridge, who's in mid-stroke.
Vinegar Strokes.
Oh, God.
Well, thank you all for playing once again, and what a joy it is to play this game with all of you.
Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
God. Can I just see the Robin Williams again? Or is that really hard to do?
I can do that. Yeah, that's not a
I just
problem.
want to look at it one more time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Robin Williams.
So, oh my God, it's just another world. It's another world. Oh my fucking God. It's amazing.
I mean, it really looks like Alex Higgins, doesn't it?
It just,
Hmm.
Robin Williams wasn't even known for wearing, is he just because he wants to denote being wacky? Is that the only thing he's got in his arsenal?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Because he doesn't look like him at all. So he's
If you're going to be a
decided
Robin
what-
Williams impersonator, you must go to a hairdressing salon, a barber,
Yeah.
cover yourself in Pritt stick and roll around on the floor for half an hour.
Do that, shove a Hawaiian shirt on,
Yeah.
and possibly we might get there. But the
Yeah.
fact that he's doing some sort of 1980s busy realtor from some like Earth Girls Are Easy, it's just so awful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, I could look at that for fucking days.
But the thing that amazes me about this game every week is that somebody, no matter how bad the impersonator is,
Someone will get it.
someone gets it. And I don't know if that says more about our audience than they want to know, but there you go. Right, I need you to cover for me, Paul, because I need a
Oh,
wee.
Okay, well, I will.
So I'm going to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, fire questions in, and when I get back from my wee, I'll show them to Paul.
I can't answer any questions, can I? Because I'm not in control of what happened.
No, but I'll be very quick.
All right. Go.
Tell him a showbiz story. Go on.
Okay, well, I'll tell you a wonderful showbiz story. Just recently, under lockdown, I've been an extra in shit, and I have to say, as a professional actor, stroke comedian, being an extra, it's been very demeaning. But I've had to do it because literally, I've not earned anything in. I mean, my wage salary now is seasonal. It's not weekly or monthly, it's seasonal. When did you last get paid? Oh, I had a lovely spring. I mean, I've got some work coming up in a month, but up until that point, I've been struggling to just, I'll do fucking anything just to make ends meet. But there's no job. So I've been doing some extra work. And it's so weird being on the other side of a camera when you're an extra. Just sat, like literally they will forget that they need to eat or have some air or might want to go home after 12 hours. But, you know, joking aside, it's been an interesting experience because normally I'm the one going, well, I'm the talent. How are you? Wonderful. Not really like that, but, you know. And then to be just sat in, like not even near the set, like so far away from the set that you have to ask for the extras 2 hours before you need them, and then we all traipse over, and then they go, actually, we don't need you. We're doing some close-ups, and you okay? I'll just walk back to the. I'll walk back to the fire in which I'm currently sat. It's been an eye opener, but I'm not complaining because you know it's a little bit of work, a little bit of money. And you can't whinge, can you? Really, you just got to fucking get on with it. But I have to say, I sort of cruised through March, April, and May. June and July was all right. August was lovely because I went on a holiday. And then I have to say, I found October very hard in general, just because of the lack of money, lack of opportunity, lack of going anywhere, and what's going on the news and the Tory government. And John's back.
Hello. Talking of financial troubles, Paul and I are doing a podcast soon.
We are.
That we're still ironing out.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun and exciting and a bit like this, but a bit different, with perhaps more time and care taken over it. But if you want to have a look at it, go to Twitter, go to @TotalJoyPodcast, where you can sign up.
It's a podcast about things that we love and hopefully things that you love, but there'll be proper written segments and bits and bobs. There was an amazing moment about a month or so ago where John came up with the ultimate comedy name. He came up with Beep Halfords, which just floored us and floored me. And then for like literally 4 or 5 days, I was walking around my flat just saying Beep Halfords, just Beep Halfords. It's the funniest thing in the world. So something has been done with that name, and that's all I'll leave it with.
Yeah, but it's there's quite a few.
Done with Beep Halfords. It's going to be a proper series, whether you like it or not. So if you're interested, then you need to start shelling out some shekels to Patreon for Total Joy.
It's going to be $10 a month, which is about £7, I think. And we're going to do as many episodes as we can, but they're going to be exclusive to the particular Patreon, and it's called the Total Joy Podcast. And sign up because if you're feeling sorry for Paul and indeed me, but more Paul because he's a lovely actor. Then please sign up for it, because then Paul gets some money for doing things that he enjoys doing. And that is the whole essence of Patreon. So please sign up for it.
If you want. I mean, if you don't want, because, you've got many options. There's so much brilliant stuff out there.
It's true.
But by the same caveat, there's an awful amount of tut. So,
and this is the only way you'll get to hear the podcast that Paul and I are cooking at the where which I think is going to be really good. I do
know, what we do now is pretty much sponsored by wine, whereas our next show is sponsored by more wine.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a corker.
We're going to get together soon and try and do the first episode, and then
I don't know how we're going to juggle this, John, because you are king of the podcasts.
I've got a lot of podcasts, but I'll always make time for you, my friend.
Oh, you little tinker. That's lovely. But you do a lot of podcasts.
It's because I have an empty life, Paul.
Oh, well, don't we all?
But I sent you a microphone today so we can do this. So
literally, this little tinker, this little darling sent me a microphone so we could sound a little bit better. And weirdly, this is the only show that we've done where we've had major technical problems. But apart from that, it's working well. It's just here. It looks like a Dalek's cock. And I love it so.
The technical problems are on my end. Though,
do you think?
So it's fine. Yeah.
But I went all pixelated. That's got nothing to do with the mic, though.
That's got nothing to do with the microphone, though, is it?
That's God's
anyway,
problem. That's God's problem.
Sign up for our endeavor, and we're gonna make it really good, I think.
We are.
Because this fella is constantly firing ideas at me, which are brilliant. So we're going to do that in this podcast. And
we'll try it. If you like it, brilliant. If you don't, you can tell us and we'll go, all right, how can we change it? I think also we'll make it quite interactive if we can. If we want you to, it's really nice not to do a show where it's just someone just going blah, 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 and that's it. That's what I like about this show is you're all watching us and you're all involved, and we're doing it, A, for our own sanity, but B, also hoping that you like it a bit. We've had some really genuinely, to get serious for a moment, we've had some genuinely amazing messages over the last 3 or 4 months, and people just going how much they fucking look forward to it or how much it helps them. And do you know what? It helps us just as much as it helps you. It's just a little, for me, it's a leveler. It just keeps me sane, because I'd be doing all this not on camera but on the streets, and then that's not normal, and people will be going stop it. So
Well, we've
Yeah.
been doing this since May.
it's May.
We've been doing this for nearly 6 months.
But also big shout out to the two other gentlemen from
Dan
the
and Dean.
Authority Valleys who also join in when I'm not around or when I'm having therapy. So they also join in, and they're just as valid because they keep it going as well, and that's just brilliant. And also you, John, because you are doing 57 podcasts a day on average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why
I have to say, your Ferris Metal based podcast, I thought it would run out of steam after 3 weeks, but you've been doing that for 9 years now.
well, the episode where I dug up and had sex with Fred Dibner was very
no.
controversial. But you know what? I steeplejack. I said steeple idiot.
Yeah, I remember that. That top and tail of the show.
That was awful.
Your racist tungsten episode was sublime.
But anyway, we're going to cook up something fun. So please do join the Patreon on that one, because all money will go to
Worthy causes. Mostly me just paying my rent.
because Paul. Look, serious, to get serious for a moment, I have a job. Okay, so I get money from that job and I survive on it. Paul is an actor, and at the moment there ain't no acting work.
There's nothing.
So sign up
Nothing.
to the Patreon, and we'll give you something back that'll be exclusive for just you. No one else can hear it unless they sign up for it, and it's going to be great. And we're going to work really hard on it and make it really fun.
Even if there's someone else in the room with you, but you've paid, they are not allowed to listen to it.
Yeah.
You have
And
to
if you're skinned, by all means, don't. Oh, fucking hell, I burped. But if you're skinned, by all means, don't. Don't fucking put yourself out. But if you've got a couple of quid, and it's £7 a month.
Also, I completely understand if people go, do you know what? Even I don't have that spare at the moment. I completely understand all that. My God. Anyway, let's have some
move on.
comments, and then we will go somewhere where I've got good feelings about.
Oh, yeah,
being in
yeah.
Mine tonight.
Love you guys. I've cancelled plans on Friday nights to see you guys. Edward, that's the sweetest thing.
See,
Thank
that's the nicest thing to hear, because you could be
If it's
doing
anything
anything.
like JP special, it'd be grand. That's the whole point. We're going to make it as much like this as we can, but obviously with more room to just fuck about and do stuff. Look, Paul is
More
fucking
room?
great. Paul is fucking great. Yes, he is. Consider subscription patronage done.
Bless you. You're
Will
already.
there be an episode of Old Tell? I've got a feeling Old Tell might pop up now.
Yeah,
and then.
Tell will creep in. Of course he will. I mean, I can quite often spend a day talking as Terry Wogan, but there's no one apart from Martinka, who's Slovak, and doesn't even know who he is. There's no one to go and pare it down now, Paul. Because of lockdown, I can spend 2 or 3 days just wandering around talking as Tell. I'll go shopping and talk as Tell. No one's going to tell me off because they don't know me from Adam. It's amazing.
No one would tell you off.
No,
John Paul, never go out on a Friday night again, please. We won't.
we'll try not to, Dwayne.
It's not really going to happen, is it? But
It's
you
not
know
gonna
what? You know what? When this all is over, when there's a vaccine or whatever, when there's a beautiful, brave new world, we'll still do stuff together, because even before lockdown, we were doing stuff together. So,
and not only that, we're going to do live shows, but we're also going to combine them with like a James Bond disco. Oh yeah,
well, that gig will happen one day. That gig.
no, but that's a separate thing. But we're gonna do live shows, but we're gonna end the evening with a fucking James Bond disco. We're all gonna have a James Bond disco. I'm adamant about this.
Paul, am I reading your mind about that?
Well, let's find out, John, when we go into the segment that I like to call Now, it's safe to say that we've crossed a few bridges with this.
We got very close last time.
What happened last time?
We had the same species.
We did. So we got.
Oh no, the
pretty
time
close.
before. Sorry, time before.
Yeah. So obviously, we're just sometimes our thought proboscis our antennae, our ESP antennae, they
Yeah.
sort of gently touch, a bit like the beginning of the South Bank show. Thudder, 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 bit like that. But they never quite connect.
No.
But we've been close. Sometimes we've been, oh, good God, we've been way apart. And several people's childhoods have been destroyed. But again, I will resort to the adage that it's not my fault. It's what I see in my mind's eye. Now, I decided to go again this time with film because I think we've got
Yes.
closest when we're doing film.
We did.
And we did
But it
it.
makes sense because I'm interested in film, so
You like film. I like film.
mm.
And I decided let's not do it today because I know that John had a busy day at work and I had a busy day crying and gnashing my teeth
and
so-
fighting with Utes.
and fighting with the Ute. So 3 days ago, I put to John, this is the time we're going to do it. And I just said, think film, but not only think film, think of a film by a very famous director.
Yes,
and there
you did.
are many of them.
Yeah.
Now, John,
Mm-hmm.
I know you did your drawing. I also did my drawing. My drawing is possibly the most detailed drawing I've ever done. And I feel it's because I immediately connected to what you were thinking.
Well,
Now-
I'm not being funny, but I felt very open-minded and susceptible today.
So
Oh.
in a sort of weird way, maybe we sort of, like a game of Tetris, we sort of joined.
Can I ask you what time you drew your picture?
I drew my picture at 12:59.
That's exactly the time I drew mine.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said choose a director and then think of an image from
Yeah.
that director's canon of work.
Yeah.
Now, let's ease this in gently, or it could just automatically become a car crash. The director that you chose. Here's interesting. Was he American?
Yes.
Right. Same here.
Okay.
Did this director film a lot of his material in the UK?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. This is so far so good.
Yeah.
Did the director do a film that could possibly be in one of your like sort of top 10 favorite films of all time?
Definitely. Yeah.
Fuck, same here.
Yeah. Fuck.
Which is going really well.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Does the initial, I'm going gently here, I just don't want it to just crumble. The initial of the director, so obviously forename, surname, is there an S involved in any of them?
Yes.
There is.
Hmm.
Now, obviously, I'm going to throw aside immediately Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. It's not him. No.
Oh, so we have an S.
I felt.
I'm gonna-
I felt a ripple. Then did you feel it?
Yeah, I felt literally my arsehole gently puckered.
Yeah.
In a really healthy way. John, was the director that you and I were syncing up into, was it? Oh Christ. Okay. Was it Stanley Kubrick?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Really?
That's fucking.
It was
That's
Stanley
fucking
Kubrick?
seriously, that's fucking mad. This might be the closest we've got.
Fuck. We are doing very, very well. Okay.
'Cause you just thought like Spielberg would be, his works
Yeah,
in Britain a
of
lot,
course.
but no, we're on the same track. Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean-
okay.
When I'm thinking of top 10 films with a director with initial S, I mean, for me, it's Close Encounters.
Yeah.
For many
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people, it's E.T. or
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. So we were both agreed that independently, or was it? We both thought of Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thought because Stanley Kubrick's oeuvre is
Oeuvre.
not necessarily huge, is it? He's not
No.
done a tremendous amount of films. So we're already very close.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gently rolling a cigarette because I think I'm going to need this for
I'm
a.
feeling a bit like we've properly clicked.
I think we now know why the curtains behind you were moving, John.
I think so too.
It's because the connection was already there and it was showing itself to you via Calico. Anyway,
feel,
so,
yeah, okay.
go on.
I just feel like genuinely in the previous weeks we've been very far apart. And there was that one week where you had Danger Mouse and I had Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
really not too far.
yeah.
And now we're on the same director. I mean, that's important, I think.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna pour myself the last vestiges of my red because I am ready to toast this because I think we finally, after a lot of ups and downs, we finally got there. Do you know what?
I agree.
Cheers to you, mate.
I've run out of wine, but I'm going to have a bad beer.
Okay, cheers to you. So
You too. I think we've made it.
yeah, we've done it. So Stanley Kubrick, John.
Yeah.
As if I need to see it because I know exactly what you're going to show.
I'm feeling so fucking confident.
Show us your picture. Show us your picture.
Well, I've gone for the monolith from 2001 with the monkeys all around it and the beautiful sunset in the background. Okay, so which Kubrick film have you gone for? Are you all right? Are you being like accessed by the spirits or something?
No. I'm being accessed by failure and disappointment. I went for The Shining.
Oh, well, okay, that's fine. Because I mean, I went for 2001 just because I thought the monolith was very striking.
Yeah,
It's a very sort of technological breakthrough type thing, and I thought that's kind of what we're doing. And all the monkeys seeing it happen are kind of like our viewers.
And monkey see, monkey do. Leonard Rossiter is very good in it.
Leonard Rossiter's great in it, and he says, you know, that's where the line "See you next Wednesday" comes from. It's very important.
And he's in Barry Lyndon. Fucking brilliant.
So what monkey have you drawn from 2001? I know you've done The Shining. So let me see your Shining picture.
There's a fucking monkey in The Shining.
Well, there's a bear thing. So what have you done for The Shining? Is it on cue with what I've done?
No.
Oh well, can we see?
No.
Why?
Because isn't it? It's just quite different. I think. All right. No. Do you know what? No. Do you know what? We'll do it. I'll show it. I spent a long time doing this, and I really thought this was the one.
Well, The Shining and 2001 are very different films, so no one's expecting the same picture.
No.
So relax.
Okay, so I'll reveal I tell you what, I'll reveal what I've done, and I'll reveal it in context of the film.
Okay.
It's the very last bit of the film.
Okay.
You know the music that plays?
I do.
All right. Well, no, I'll do it literally like the film, where it. Charlie Brown. It's Charlie fucking Brown.
Fucking hell.
In the Overlook fucking hotel for the July fucking ball. Look, I've even got the fucking guy playing the stupid fucking whatever he's doing. I'm so fucking sorry. I really thought that was the one.
Can I break character for a moment and say that's probably the greatest picture I've ever seen in my life?
Took me 2 days.
It's amazing. Anyway, wow, Paul, you've done it wrong.
Yeah, I've done it wrong. I've done it wrong. I've done it wrong. I really thought it was Charlie Brown trapped in 19. 21 at the Overlook Hotel, July ball.
But there's hope here, Paul.
This
In many
is
ways, much like we had the mice.
yeah. I hate
We've
Mises.
now got the same-
Mises.
We've
We
now
got
got the
really
same
close.
director. We've got the same director.
Yeah, we got really fucking.
We're
close.
like a little bridge that's not too far away from one another.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we're like two bridges that at the moment are built and they're very close, but all the people traveling over them are dying. And what we need to do is get those two bridges to meet so that the people crossing them are not dying.
Yeah, we want less death and more.
We want less death, yeah.
But there's always next week.
Because the shading. I mean, I even got the side of the. I mean, look at some of the facial expressions on some of these people. I mean, I tried my best to get everyone. And the Charlie Brown, I thought, was rather. I mean, he is. I mean, this is literally Charlie going, "Good grief."
Yeah. Well, I think that we should definitely hold that back, and as we always say, that eventually we will put these up for auction for Macmillan, and that's definitely one for there. But for now, let's just say next week we'll pick it up again and see how close we can get to Paul's magic third eye.
I think I might have got the music wrong as well at the end. I was going for fur, and I think that's the beginning of a Woody Allen film. I'm trying to recall the exact music.
I hate to tell you this, but it's time for another feature.
Oh, shit off. And
we are really running out of time. There's only 20 minutes left. So it's time for another edition of Cloud 9 from the old TW.
And appearing tonight on Derek Griffiths, Peggy Mount, Patrick Moore, Anna Dawson, Paul Daniels, Lorraine Chase, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
John, can you play it again?
And appearing tonight on Derek Griffiths, Peggy Mount, Patrick Moore, Anna Dawson, Paul Daniels, Lorraine Chase, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Oh my fucking God.
Can I just say, Diane Telford says, Anna Dawson was in the Benny Hill show for many years. She was great.
I know. But Griffiths at the beginning, so unprepared for his shot.
Can I just say, hands up across all our viewers, and I'm one of them. Derek Griffiths is fucking great, isn't he?
He's amazing.
It's lovely seeing him. Anyway.
But so unprepared for that initial. So Derek, look into camera, do a little thing. Didn't do it. He's literally looking around his papers. Fuck me. Lorraine Chase. I need to watch it one more time and then we'll be in.
Shall we? Why
No,
not?
I have to.
And appearing tonight on Derek Griffiths, Peggy Mount, Patrick Moore, Anna Dawson, Paul Daniels, Lorraine Chase, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Here's a top fact. Oh no, sorry, it jumped. Sorry.
No, go on.
Anna Dawson was also Carla in Kenny Everett's Captain Crumb sketches.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry, Terry.
Avast thee, mine hearties. What a lovely old intro to blankety blank that was. Griffiths, very much unprepared. Old Daniels, slightly too prepared. But there you go. Here we are. It's old Tell, back down up from the old open brackets, Cloud 9 close brackets, for the second of our super match games. But listen, old Tell kind of hang around. you remember a few weeks or months ago, old Tell was having cookery lessons? Well, he's having some more, but this time it's double trouble for old Tell because I'm on a baking course with old Fanny and Johnny Craddock themselves. Oh, I tell you what, it's very hard and hot work in the old kitchen. Poor old Fanny earlier, she had to crack open a window to air her hominy pie, whilst I desperately steadied Johnny's well-oiled nozzle as he pumped cream all over the rim of me crushed walnuts. But that's by the by. We're here to play a game of the old super match. Now, the first person to type in this old idiom, Wogan's wafting wand, is the first to play. Now, whilst the contestant types in that, I'm going to talk to, and I've never spoken to him before, but it's an absolute honor. Please welcome, back from, or should I say down from, the old open brackets, Cloud9, close brackets, it's John Denver. John, how the country western are you, sir?
I'm very well, Terry. How are you?
Don't forget you're from the Midwest, John, and you might want to throw in the old Yarl or Peaches and Cream. Or
How are you doing, Terry, y'all?
there's the old John I love and know. We play cribbage every third week. So, John, are you happy to be playing the old blankety blank?
Well, Terry, I couldn't be happier. From the Midwest down to the top east.
Lovely stuff. Well, do we have a contestant, John Denver? Wafty wand.
We do, Terry, and that person is
None other than
Michael Winks.
Michael Winks. Michael Winks. How fantastic to have you, Michael. Now listen, it's super match. We got almost painfully close the first time we played it. Perhaps this time we can finally nail it. Now listen, Eugene, let's reveal the legend. The legend is blue blank. Now have a little think there. I'm going to pass over to old Johnver. Old John Denver. I truncated your name there, John.
Well, I really appreciate that, Terry. And I thought that while we're here, I would say almost heaven. Blue Ridge Mountains.
I don't know any of your hits, John.
Sando River.
Is that where you crashed, John?
Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, coming at the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place
with a garden gnome.
the garden gnome, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains.
Ah, it's wonderful, John.
Take me home. Country roads.
Oh, John.
Thank you.
John, you've touched me heartstrings there.
Well, Terry, I beamed down direct from the old heaven
That's
to
fantastic.
do that very much.
Tell me, John, when it came to your demise, the old plane crash, what was the last thing that went through your mind apart from the pilot?
Well, I regretted making my own airplane. And the last thing that went through my mind was the fact that I'd made it out of a biscuit tin.
Good lordy lord.
I had a bourbon that went right through my eye socket. I've forgotten who the person was. It was Michael Winks.
I tell you what, John. A bourbon that went through your eye socket. That's not a nice way to go.
Hell no, Terry. I was custard creaming my pants as I died.
Lovely.
As
Now,
often
do we have an answer? Do we have an answer, John? It was blue blank.
I'm waiting for Michael Winks. He says Blue Savannah Dong.
Blue Savannah Dong, the old song by Erasure there. Now, you can stick with Blue Savannah Dong, Michael, or you can go with an answer from myself and his nibs over here. Oh, John Denver. John, what do you say? Blue blank.
I'm going to go for Blue Ridge, for Blue Ridge Mountain.
With the old Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia.
Yeah.
I was struggling to think of something, but old Mrs. W, whispered in my old ear and said Blue Movie. I don't know where that came from. So you can go with Wogan's movie, you can go with John's Ridge, or you can stick Michael Winks with Blue Savannah Dong. I believe you're going to stick with Blue Savannah Dong. Let's see what happens. Eugene, let's reveal what it was for 50 blanks. The third most popular answer was, of course, Blue Supper. A Blue Supper. I presume that's blueberries or gone off cheese. Never mind, Michael Winks. You might be able to redeem yourself for 100 blanks. Blue! Let's find out what it is. Oh, it's on the tip of all our tongues. It is, of course, what we all screamed as a kid. Blue Cyclops! Mum, let me in. There's a blue Cyclops at the door. But for 150 blanks, and this could be the witch's tits if you could win it. For 150 blanks, the most popular answer, Michael, I'm crossing everything I can cross. The most popular answer was, of course, Blue Gynecologist. So you didn't get anywhere near it there, Michael. It's a real shame, but you know what? You're a first-time player. It's not your fault. You don't quite know the rules because the rules to this are frankly fucking baffling. John of Sir Denver. It's an absolute pleasure to have you come on down from Cloud open brackets 9 close brackets. Any last words before I disappear?
Well, Terry, I'd like to say that although my death was avoidable, I'd like you to know that as I crashed in the ocean in my biscuit tin with rulers glued onto it,
Good Lord.
I was thinking of you.
Oh, that's a lovely old thought, John. Good Lord. I tell you what, we haven't met up yet, up in the old Cloud open brackets 9 close bracket, and that's due to some sort of court-related incident that we won't talk about. But
You
know what?
screeded my driveway.
I screeded your driveway, and I got slightly mixed up, didn't I, with what industrial screeding should be put on the driveway.
Yeah.
And I decided, in my haste, to choose hummus, which I believe is not an adequate screeding substance for your six-wheeler.
No, but we can be friends.
Ah, John, I like the cut of your jib. I like the cut of your jib, sir. We'll talk on. Maybe we can meet for a quick game of cribbage a little bit later.
Well, I'd really like that.
Oh, that'll be great. Well, it only suffices for old Tell to say it's been lovely coming down after quite an absence to play the old super match, and I believe one day someone will win it. But until then, Avanti!
And appearing tonight on Derek Griffiths, Peggy Mount, Patrick Moore, Anna Dawson, Paul Daniels, Lorraine Chase, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Peggy Mount gives it her all.
She does.
I am happy to be on the show. Patrick Moore looks stunned.
Well, you know what they call her, Peggy Mount?
Go on.
That was her name.
Oh, right. Okay.
Tim Coleman says, nice to see that Paul is now caught up and is just as drunk as John. I don't think anyone's as drunk as me, to be fair.
Are you as drunk as you've ever been?
Yeah, probably.
That's lovely.
Yeah. I haven't had much booze this week, so.
Did you have a light dinner?
Under a bulb.
Sorry, I didn't actually understand anything you just said there.
I said under
I
a
had
bulb.
bowl.
Yeah. Under a bulb, I said.
You had what?
Under a bulb.
What does that mean?
Light. Fuck's sake.
Oh, for fuck's sake. But what did you have for your tea?
I had a roast chicken.
What an entire.
No, I shared it with my
Shadow of the
Family.
family.
family of sorts. Yeah.
Did you have leg, wing, or breast?
Oh,
Oh,
I couldn't say because I might be prosecuted.
okay.
Yeah.
I haven't even had my dinner yet.
What?
I know it's crazy, isn't it? I'm
Are you
a really-
having? Are you having some sort of stew?
I tell you exactly what I'm having because I decided to treat Martinka to some
Paul's
home
partner.
home comfort food from Slovakia. So I made a recipe which is in our recipe book under the words farm meal.
Wonderful.
It's a farm meal.
Well, we've got 10 minutes left, so fire in your questions.
Yeah, please do.
We'll
I'll
have a
tell you
go.
what farm meal is. It's pork loin, which is baked in the oven with lots of Slovak spices, open brackets, salt, and also paprika and caraway, and then it's served with a pickled cabbage and spuds that have been drenched in paprika as well. And that is
Wow.
farm meal.
I like that.
Yeah.
Lord Ra says, "Family of sorts. Who are you, Boris Johnson, boom setter?" No, I'm in a separated. No, I won't go there. Who I was born in the 70s. I don't know who Peggy Mount is. Peggy Mount was in a sitcom with Sid James in the early 1960s.
Hang on, Katie. If you were born in the 70s, then there's no reason on God's green, clean earth why you wouldn't know about Peggy Mount. I mean, you should.
I remember her being in Casualty. Favorite type of meal? Mine is harp.
Seal.
Did Paul's partner sing Toy Soldiers? I see, because of Martinka.
I'd imagine not, because she's got a fucking tin ear.
Oh. Whereas you've got a beautiful singing voice.
It is.
Hmm.
She's got a tin ear, but she's got a onyx throat. I don't know what that means, but she's got that.
No, I
She's
don't
got a
know.
golden arsehole.
Oh. Pickled cabbage is delicious. You have made an excellent decision, Paul.
Oh, yes. I do like a bit of a pickled cabbage.
Peggy Mount was in Doctor Who, greatest show in the galaxy. It's true.
She is, and we've not covered that yet on Wheezing Groaning.
We nearly did. I suggested it, but we're going a different direction.
Yeah, we're going in a different direction.
If you're a fan of that podcast, then we're going to be away for a couple of weeks while we record new ones. But very soon.
But we're going to do something we've not done before. We're going to do a theme-based Doctor Who.
We have done it before, but yeah.
Have we? What have we done before?
We did multiple Doctors as a theme for a few weeks.
Oh, gosh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we did do that.
If you don't know about Peggy Mount, Pat Coombs, Sil, Fred Dibner, and Bobby Nutt, then you may be watching the wrong show. True.
Yeah. This might not be for your remit.
Cheered me up right up tonight, lads. Have one of the worst weeks ever. Sorry, Joanne.
Oh, Joanna, listen, we all have been. This is October for some reason seems to really be sticking it in. It's October during whatever's going on seems to have that little shiv and just goes.
Wheezing Groaning Sound is an excellent podcast. Thank you for your hard work on it, chaps. It's a lovely podcast to do. Lovely. Yeah, even if you don't like Doctor Who, watch, listen, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you don't have to like Who to listen to Wheezing.
It sounds like Paul is making the precise recipe included by Jonathan Harker in the novel Dracula.
Dracula. Yeah. Surely some fucking director's going to redo Dracula because it's so due for a re.
But didn't they did it at Christmas and they were Gatiss and Moffat?
No, but I mean a big Hollywood thing, like they're going to do it again and it's going to star Pee Wee Herman or something. Yeah. Surely it's due. I mean, like they do Batman every 4 years. They have to do Batman every 4 years. It's the law.
It is the law. Maybe invite Tom on as a special. Tom's too busy. Tom's a professional.
Yeah. Tom like earns money and does proper shit.
Tom has written for Spitting Image, ladies and gentlemen, the new series. And I'll tell you the funny thing. There's a sketch in the first episode of Spitting Image where Dominic Cummings, I don't know if you've seen it, Paul. Where
I'm going to be honest, I've seen it and I've not been that impressed.
No.
I'm
But
presuming
sketch where-
Tom's got some community service order that he needs to fulfill.
It's very much like the old Spitting Image, where there's maybe 1 to 2 good sketches in an episode. But there's one sketch where Dominic Cummings is talking about harvesting kids to eat. And he starts talking about hexagonal storage things.
Right.
And I DM'd Tom at that exact moment and said, "Did you write this? Because it feels like an episode of Doctor Who." And he came back and went, "Yes, I did. Yeah."
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That means I know Tom too well, if anything. So I remember going to a Smash record at King's Place with Al Money. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Al and I did Great Escape at the London Podcast Festival.
Oh, brilliant.
That was fucking 2 years ago, I think. That was a
Oh,
really good
right.
night. Al was ridiculously great as ever because it's about war, and Al loves war. So
Oh, he loves a bit of war, doesn't he, O'Dow?
Mm.
Yeah.
Tom's Not All Men podcast. It was very tremendous. Tom's a very, very talented man. I'm very pleased that he did Wheezing and Groaning with us. But we've got a lovely relationship in that I'm a Doctor Who idiot. Paul's very good. And then Tom's like the fucking games master. So
Yeah. Tom really knows Doctor Who. Like, you can
Hmm.
go, oh, well, when the character Fafantaman says that, and I'm like, huh? Whereas I'm like 65% knowledgeable, and John's our sort of like beautiful novice, just sort of coasting along episodes he's never seen before. And it seems like a perfect mix to have like a proper stat person, someone who just loves it but is happy to whinge about it, me, and someone who's just like, I don't know, but this is brilliant and or awful.
I loved the Michael Spicer Pink Panther pod. Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, I listened to that. It was a lot of fun. That's a hard film to talk about.
No, it's horrible, but
Yeah.
annoying in a way because I've known Michael as you have for many a year. And
Yeah.
we wanted to do stuff for a long time, and then I finally got him on that, and it felt a bit like probably should have done something better. But he enjoyed it, so good. And now he's a viral phenomenon. So
I think weirdly,
good for him.
you didn't even pick the worst of the Panther because I ended up watching the Alan Arkin one.
Oh,
And
that's dreadful.
Such a
I think I
so
genuinely
out
think
of place with the canon of what it's
I
supposed to
think
be.
Curse is worse than Cluzo.
You think?
Yeah. Cluzo hasn't got David Niven being dubbed by somebody because he's so fucking dying that he can't talk. We've got 2 minutes. Spice is doing well for himself. He is, and quite rightly. I think that Room Next Door is great. But I think he should have been picked up years ago for things he was doing other than that. So I'm really pleased for him that he's doing something amazing.
And he's touring next year, so if you can go and see, please do, because I saw his show in its sort of germination form, and it was already brilliant.
I'm going to go and see him in Brighton. Yeah,
it's going to be really fucking brilliant to watch.
Can Tom take over as Who showrunner? I wish he would. It'd be great because we would have. I can see it now in my mind's eye.
We still are yet to be able to go to Tom's gaff wherever he lives. I'd imagine
He's got a TARDIS in the garden.
I'd imagine he lives in Oxford upon Tweed or wherever he fucking lives.
He lives
But
in
yeah,
London.
he's got a
somewhere.
full-scale fucking TARDIS that was built for him. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do our podcast, we're gonna do some wheezing podcasts, and then I'm going to murder Tom very gently. And then I'm gonna
Is he with an eye arrow?
I'm gonna take his corpse inside the TARDIS and I'm gonna fucking transport it to my ridiculously small flat, and it will somehow fit in. I don't know how.
Tom's father-in-law built him a TARDIS, and it's amazing.
Yeah, but it's not like a sort of like, oh, is this what a TARDIS looks like? It's a fucking beautiful, like, replica done with all the stats and ratios. It's perfect.
Katie says, kicking myself for not coming to the Smash, Crystal Palace Smash event. Yeah, it was good. It was a good night, that. But there'll be more. There'll be more one day. Would Ronnie Barker have worked as Clouseau after Sellers? They were going after Ronnie Barker at one point, weren't they? And no, I don't think he would.
Were they really going after Ronnie
Mm.
Barker?
Mm-hmm.
Barker.
You know what? I was watching Borat 2 this evening, and there's a lot of pratfalls and stuff, and I kept thinking that Sacha Baron Cohen. I've always thought that Peter Sellers' modern comparison would be Steve Coogan because of starting in Impressions and then going on to doing silly shows.
Do you know
and
what?
acting.
Sacha Baron Cohen would be fucking actually amazing.
Sacha Baron Cohen has got the physical
Yeah.
the physical body to do
Yeah,
Clouseau.
he would genuinely, I think, do a rather good job of it.
And he'd be great, but that probably won't happen because they went for Steve Martin instead. Fact, Inspector Gadget had a moustache in the pilot, but they had to remove it for the full series as the Pink Panther film studio threatened to sue. Yeah, it probably would have looked like him.
Oh, wow. That's a really good fact.
Is Borat 2 any good? I've only seen an hour of it, but I laughed all the way through, so I'm going to say yes. But we're over budget, we're over time, so
We're done.
fucking drunk. Oh yeah, and I should say, Nick Burden, thank you. The 2 titles I used for this evening I'd already had, but Nick has sent me shitloads of titles.
Oh,
to
really?
use. Yeah, he has.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, Nick. I'm sorry, I meant to say that earlier, but I forgot. So thank you.
Okay, so we're done, John. We're done.
We're done. So thank you for watching this evening. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, I won't be as drunk next week as I am this week, but who knows? We'll see you next week. And again, thank you for being. And also, subscribe on Patreon to our podcast that's coming soon. It will be good.
Yeah, please do. If you want.
If you want, if you can.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really good. We've got lots of plans and they're great. So until next week, be well, take care, and don't have nightmares. Paul?
Well, in the words of Terry Wogan, Avanti.